Hello, hello! I'm going to do my everyday look, my everyday summer look for you. So this is what I wore on my trip to Gran Canaria, almost every day actually. So let's get started. I started off with priming my eyes, and I already did my face. So for the face I used my foundation that you can see in my travel bag. Yeah, a little bit on the center, and I just powdered it a bit with my natural bronze, but really lightly, because it was still that little bit too light for me. Yeah, for bronzer I used this one with my 10 box. Yeah, and for a blush I used my Stubborn blush from MAC. I'm just going to apply some more because you can't really see it in the camera that I have some blush on. But my bronzer looks so heavy. It's okay. So moving on to the eyes, I will show you what I did. Apply your primer. And when that is done, we can move on to the eyeshadows. I'm using this Inglot palette. That I bought, of course, with... I'm using this color. Yeah, that's it. So this color, it's called 313. So yeah, that's the color. And that I'm going to pop this on my brow bone in my inner corner. So if I didn't have that color, I just went with Brûlée. Oops. Brûlée from MAC all over the lid. I didn't really care, it's a highlight. I don't care for when I use it, I just think it looks nice. So I'm just always taking my flat brush with the one side is for the lighter side, and the other side I use for the darker shades. And then I just blend a bit with my 224 MAC brush. Let's get started. So, I'm just taking a nice amount on it. So I chose this highlighter because I know I have some in my Coastal Sands palette like that, and I really like that shade on me. It's like a more yellow toned highlighter. It's actually, I think there's only one yellow toned highlighter with Inglot that it's that yellow, and that's like white, because I don't like the super white. It's not that I don't like them, but it's just a bit too much for everyone. When this is done, I move over to Brûlée with the same side because it's just a light shade, it doesn't really matter. I use Brûlée all over the lid. And blend it a bit in. Just like that. Then most of the times I use my flat brush again, and I use some wedge and some espresso in the crease. And if I don't think it's enough, I don't think it's brown enough, you know, warm enough, then I just use some handwritten, just a little bit at that. And to blend everything out, I use wedge in my crease. But if you just want a natural look, you can just use wedge, like I will be doing, just to show you. Right. You can definitely see the difference, but it's kind of hard to show. Okay, I'm just going to... You can see, so that was wedge in the crease, just a bit. But that's not what I usually do. I like it a bit more heavy, you know. So I'm going to take wedge. No, not... Oh no, I just put Omega in my crease. That's a bummer. I'm going to go over it with wedge. Doesn't really matter. So Omega is actually a tad more brown So this is omega and this is wedge. You can see it's very similar, so it doesn't really matter. So what was I saying? I take espresso and wedge in the crease. I first build it up with wedge and then I take espresso over it. So just like that. Then I take some espresso with my flat brush with the dark side. And I put some in my crease. Then I just take with this side, it's kind of like a nice side, just take some underneath. And then I'm going to blend it out with wedge again, or omega, or whatever you like. Just taking some wedge. I'm blending it out. So most of the times this is the finished look and I just put on some mascara and maybe some eyeliner, but usually I just skip the liner because it's not waterproof and most of the time I don't really like my liner, so it's in the summer I'm not so fond of liner then. And so when I'm done with this look, but usually I use a tad bit of espresso, no, handwritten, so I'll show you the difference. Espresso, handwritten. Handwritten is way more warm, I think. It's a bit more of a red brown, if you know what I mean. So I just take just that bit, not a lot. And then pop it in the crease. No, not in the other corner actually. Just to bring some warmth into the eyes. Not a lot, it's not even visible like that, but I think it looks a little bit better. So then I'm just going to use my mascara and probably we are finished. So this is the finished eye look. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this video on my everyday eye look that I will insert in my vlog. And usually what I do for my hair is I just take it out and I comb it through, but I'm just a bit too lazy and it's kind of greasy, but that's okay. I take it in like ponytail with my hands, and then I just twist, and then I just tie it. And it's a bit too loose, but that's okay. And whatever falls out I just pin back in, and I take my bangs that are here. I just take a part from the front, another part from the front, and I just start twisting. And I always take a new part with it. Try to get your baby hairs in it so it looks it looks neater and you have less frizz. I'm gonna just pin the end underneath my bun. I do the same on this side. And probably most of the time I also did my brows actually, but it's just I just fill them in with a bit of espresso because I think the omega is just a bit too warm for my brows. I don't know, but I just don't like the warm colors for my brows. I just prefer taupe colors or something more grey. And I know this is, so yeah, that's just it. So this is how I do my hair, but now it looks really tight, but after a while it just gets loose and it gets more gypsy kind of look, if you know what I mean. You know what, I'm just going to hurry up and do a little bit of my brows so you can see a nicer look, because I don't like it like this. So they look nice. So they look a bit better now. So yeah, this is probably the finished look, and to finish off, usually I just take one of those colors that I brought with me. Right now I'm just taking the inglot color because I don't have the other wood hand in my hands. And just right now I'm just applying it with my finger. On vacation. But usually if you want a darker look, you can use your brush. So in this lighting it looks really dark, because it is really dark, but it doesn't, it's not like that uneven that you can see. I just hope you enjoyed this tutorial, this short tutorial on how I did my makeup on holiday, and I'll see you in the OOTDs of the weeks or something. Just in the lookbook, let's call it the look.